New South Wales have just opened up their state nomination for 2024 and 2025. Don't say I did not tell you now. Now listen attentively. What they did is this. For visa 190, they gave about 3,000 slots. And for visa 491, they gave about 2,000 slots. Now, if you follow my page, you should know a lot of things about visa 190 or visa 491. If you don't know, please go back and watch it. Okay, don't take us back. Don't take us back. So now, how do you apply for this? Simply, you have to do the normal process. The normal process is simply having your what I call skill assessment, and then create an EOI. And then when you're creating an EOI, choose New South Wales as your primary focus of the state you want to come to when you're coming to Australia. And then it depends on what you're looking for, if it's visa 491 or visa 190. Now listen attentively. If you're applying for visa 190, one of the things you must know is that the requirement says you should have at least 6 months. You will have stayed 6 months. That's for onshore people. You will have stayed 6 months, like within, and be working and have 6 months experience working in New South Wales. And when it comes to those offshore, meaning you're not in Australia, in overseas, you're expected to have at least that same 6 months residential duration outside the country. Now, the second part is 491. If you're applying for 491, you're expected to stay at least 3 months in New South Wales for those that are still in Australia. And then if you're actually staying outside the country, at least 3 months residential when you're not even within Australia. Now, why am I saying this? You may not need all this information, but the most important thing you need to know is that if you're onshore, actually people I'm addressing now, overseas people, you can literally apply, because obviously you've not been to Australia before. Now, second one is this. If you are in Australia, you cannot apply, like they're not accepting interstates. I mean, just like Western Australia, if you're probably inside Australia, you can apply for nomination for Western Australia. But for when it comes to New South Wales, you have to live in New South Wales. Now, there are 3 pathways for this process. The number 1 pathway is those who are living in the regional area. If you live in the regional area, you will have a pathway for your nomination. Number 2 is the one where everybody knows, which is normal eligibility and the state sponsoring and nominating you for nomination. So based on your points. Number 3 is for those who are graduates of regional New South Wales universities. Now, I normally say this for those who are coming to study. Make sure when you want to study, go for places that are regional. You might ask what is regional area. Regional area in Australia are areas other than number 1, Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane. Do you understand? Areas other than this, any other area is a regional area. So with these few points of mine, what I'm trying to tell you is that go and apply for New South Wales nomination. If they invite you, you will now apply for your visa and go and get ready to travel and leave. Alright guys, make sure you take care of yourself and have a beautiful day. I don't tire.